We're up to 47 congressmen now who say they are not going to the Trump inauguration in a few days. That's essentially 10% of the House of Representatives. We have never seen a number that big. And a lot of people are saying, why don't you give some of these business titans who are already securing large investments and making huge job commitments in this country, give them those seats. They're doing more than the congressmen who are opting out. Anyway, that's just a conjecture, of course, but keep in mind that with these 47 no-shows on Friday, you have a host of CEOs, all Fortune 500 CEOs and beyond, who have committed a lot of money to not only jobs in this country, but expanded jobs and facilities in this country. Gerri Willis with all the details on that. Hey, Gerri.
Hey, Neil. So we got some breaking news here. The Boeing CEO just meeting with Donald Trump after Trump criticized, of course, the cost of the next generation Air Force One, which Boeing was making. And they talked about it. Here is what Dennis Muhlenberg had to say to the press.
Certification is going to provide a better airplane at Similarly, on fighters, we're able to talk about options and capabilities that will, again, provide the best capability for our war fighters most affordably.
Do you think Mr. Trump's actions on Twitter are the right way to negotiate with business, calling you out on Twitter?
I think Mr. Trump is doing a great job of engaging with business. Right? We're all on the same page here. Our objective is to provide the best capability for our country most affordably. We want to generate jobs in the U.S. The U.S. aerospace industry is the highest balance of trade industrial in the country. We support about 1.5 million manufacturing jobs in the U.S. Boeing is the biggest exporter in the U.S. There's about 13,000.
Bottom line here, what they talked about was possibly lowering the cost of that $4 billion Air Force One. No news that they've made any progress, but it seems like they're at least sitting down and talking about it. But it's not just Boeing. GM today announcing 7,000 U.S. jobs created and investing an additional $1 billion in manufacturing here. The jobs include new and retained jobs tied to investments in new vehicle, advanced technology, component parts. Now, you'll remember GM was slammed by Trump recently for sending a Mexican-made Chevy Cruze to U.S. car dealers. GM's general counsel said today's announcement isn't a response to Trump's pressure, but it was planned for a long, long time. And Hyundai out with an announcement today that it would invest up to $3.1 billion in existing manufacturing facilities in the U.S. and is considering building a new plant here. The move could represent thousands of new jobs. Hyundai's president said the investment decision was made before Trump's election, but it represents, get this, a nearly 50% increase from the $2.1 billion invested during the previous 5 years. Now, the Trump camp now reporting that after a meeting with Bayer and Monsanto CEOs, that Bayer AG, that's a German company, has committed to $8 billion in new U.S. investment, keeping more than 9,000 U.S. workers and adding 3,000 new U.S. high-tech jobs. Now, as you know, our own Charlie Gasparino first reported Bayer promising billions of dollars in spending if, and this is a big if, the company's merger with Monsanto is approved by regulators. On and on it goes. Not to be outdone, Walmart will add 10,000 jobs and provide skills-based training to 250,000 of its workers by the end of this year. Now, most of those jobs from previously planned store expansion. And that's kind of the backdrop here, Neil, is that we're seeing a lot of these deals had been in the works. So, as you might guess, there'll probably be some criticism from the left, but everybody likes more jobs. Neil.
Yeah, and they're tallying up to be a pretty impressive number of jobs at that. Again, the debate, as you said, is over who's really responsible for that, whether these companies just want to make nice with the president-elect. We do know that is not shared across the aisle with some who are challenging him and not going to his inauguration on Friday. Gerri Willis, thank you very, very much.